Welcome to your new home on the bay. As a new resident of One Marina, I want to take a moment and give you some valuable move-in information. In this video, we'll give you an overview of the operation of the key systems of the home. This includes utility controls like the water and gas turnoffs, the electric circuit breaker box, and more. Hi, I'm Jason Bourne of Jason Bourne Property Management. And in addition to the homeowner and operation maintenance manual we provided you, which is available in the resident portal for download and review, we wanted to spend a few moments and give you a key overview of the systems of the home. The following walkthrough is with the customer service manager of the builder of One Marina Homes, Mr. Larry Del Chiaro.
These are the gas meters for the building. They're identified by the unit number. So whoever becomes responsible for payment needs to contact PG&E to transfer their names into the units. These are our info rooms. This is where the electric panels are. These doors will get locked eventually when the HOA takes over possession of the building. I have a key and the HOA has a key. So if they're going to get Comcast, Direct, Dish TV, AT&T to come out, they need to notify me at least 2 days in advance. I do not work on weekends, so I'm not available. Neither is the HOA. So if I'm not around, they have to contact the HOA to get access to here. Inside here's electric meters, okay, for the building. Also too, the fire suppression control panel is in here. And then also too, all the wires for cable, satellite, telephone, and Ethernet are connected in here, and they're identified by the unit number. There are 3 satellites on the roof. Direct TV, Dish TV, plus there's an international channel satellite on the roof. So if homeowners want to get programmed from abroad, they have that capability if they go with satellite. On a form that the homeowner receives, there's a number for Monica, which is at American Electric Services. They install the satellites on the roof. So Tony, who has a franchise with both Direct and Dish TV, should come out for you and connect these. Now, reason I suggest Tony is because if there's a major windstorm and the satellites get knocked out of alignment, if you call Direct or Dish TV, they won't do anything because these are installed by the builder. Homeowners cannot install any antennas, satellites to the property, period. Right above the door here, that gray box, that is a photocell that turns on all of the exterior lights with the exception of the porch light. So those will come on when it gets dark and they'll shut off when it gets enough sunlight, okay? As you see, there's a pipe that extends down through this lower ceiling right here. That pipe is connected to the laundry room. There's aluminum pan in the laundry room, so that catches any wash machine that leaks or overflows. All that water will drip out through here. This chrome piece right here is for the flue for your tankless water heater. You'll notice steam or smoke coming out. You might even smell gas when this first lights off, okay? Down below here, this is an elbow that's connected to the pop-off valve for your tankless water heater. So if you ever see water being discharged from here, please call the builder and not have to come out with a plumber to check why that is occurring. That should never see water popping out through here. These are your main water lines that go into the homes. There's a valve inside the box that needs to get shut off. Obviously, welcome to California. There's a major earthquake and you see water bubbling out of these boxes. You need to shut the main off. This is the pipe that comes in from the street, connects to the meter that goes into the house. There's also a second shut off inside the garage, which we'll show you a little bit later. These are identified by unit numbers. Basically, it starts at 1 and goes to 8 out here. Up above the wall here, there's a bell. That is for the fire alarm. As you know, in the home, there's fire sprinklers throughout the home, garage, laundry room. These are heat sensitive elements. Once the temperature reaches 155 degrees Fahrenheit, these sprinklers will come on automatically. Once water pressure drops in the system, it sends us, this is the fire suppression valves here. They send the signal directly to the fire department. And then all the bells and whistles will go off for the building. So it's very important if these bells go off to please evacuate your home. These do not go off for false alarms, and the bell will not be shut off until the fire department comes and clears, deems all clear. Around the corner, there's a strobe light and a siren. In the home, every hallway and every bedroom has a siren in it. Gas shut off for the tankless water heater. The tankless water heater is on demand, so once you open up the spigot for the hot water, it starts to generate hot water. This is a thermostat that tells you the temperature that it's set. The factory set at 120°F. Also, it says standby and in use. If you're concerned that you are not getting hot water, check, make sure that there's a green light here. If there's a green light here, that indicates that you're generating hot water. And I do this as a demonstration. This is the pop-off valve here. I'll open this up, and within a few seconds, you'll see the light turn green there. I only do this manually. As you can hear, the tankless water heater and the green light came on, which starts to generate hot water. It will take 2.5 to 3 minutes to get hot water from this location all the way up to the 3rd floor. All that water has to be displaced. It's in the water line. It's usually the first time that you do it, like overnight, or if you've been gone for a while, it'll take 2.5 to 3 minutes to get there. Electrical outlet here. You have hose bibs here and here. So if you want to connect a Y hose to get hot water and cold water, you can blend it in. If you want to wash something off, down here is a shut off for water for the inside of the home. That shuts all the water off inside the home. When it's in line with the pipe, it's on. 90 degrees up shuts the water off. In our garage, you have 2 cleanouts. You have a soffit on this side and a soffit on that side. These galvanized caps that protrude out of the wall there, that is for your gray water. Gray water is from your toilets, your tubs, your showers, sinks, stuff like that. It all comes down into the concrete and goes out into the street. As I tell all the homeowners, do not put anything down the toilet other than bodily fluids and toilet paper. No sanitary napkins, no these new flushable wipes, they do not work. They don't dissolve. Down the road here we have a lift station which pumps the sewage from building 27, 26, 25 out to the street that has a filter in it. If that filter gets clogged, then the siren will go off and then there's a possibility of sewage being backed up. So you're part of the HOA and these will be charged to you for these repairs. So be aware of that. So anything that goes down the toilet is only bodily fluids and toilet paper. At the bottom of your garage door, you have sensors. You have a red light at this corner here and a green light on that corner. Green light indicates there's a power from the garage door opener to the sensors. Red light indicates that these sensors are in alignment. If I was to step in front of a sensor, you'll notice that it'll start to blink. Okay? Garage door will always open, but as long as that light is blinking, it will not close because it senses there's an obstruction in the way and it won't come down so that way it doesn't crush it. Over here you have your emergency release cord, so if there's no electricity, you can pull this down, it unlatches the garage door, and then you can manually, very easily roll up the door and then exit and then basically close it. And then on the corner over here, we have what we call a slide lock that will go into the track of the garage. That way your garage door is secure, okay? Now, if you look at the ceiling of the garage, these are our fire sprinklers. These are heat sensitive, so once the temperature reaches 155°F, these sprinklers will come on automatically. They're isolated fire sprinklers, so if you ever had a fire in the garage, the sprinklers will only come off in the garage, not your hallway, not the living room, kitchen, bedrooms, and stuff like that. So obviously, when you push this button, oh, I connected it up. The garage door will open. I'm just going to open halfway, push it again, and it closes. Here's a locking mechanism. So if you go on vacation or on business trips, you want to make sure the garage is secure. You can push this button here on the left, which basically will make the remote controls inactive from the exterior of the home. So you'd have to come all the way around to the front door, unlock the front door, come in, push the lock button to basically activate the remote controls. If you come out here at nighttime and you need more illumination than the overhead light, without opening the garage door, you can push this button and the light on the garage door will open. Overhead light switch here, okay? This is a low voltage regulator. This provides power to the address light and the doorbell. This, because both fixtures are illuminated 24/7, so instead of consuming a lot of energy, you consume very little energy. There's no shock by touching these because it's low voltage. There's no cap that goes on this per code. Cannot be buried behind something combustible per code. Over here on the wall, you have a GFI outlet, which stands for ground fault interrupter. Anytime there's electricity and water within the vicinity, you'll have a GFI. Green light tells you you have power. If I trip it, now it goes dark. Now there is no power to the outlet. Just push the top button back in and it resets it. Over here is your main house panel. These are all identified by odd number, even number, and they're all labeled here on the house panel cover. These 5 right here are called arc fault circuit breakers. This is because you have multiple outlets or overhead lightings in the room. If these were to trip, it only goes back a little bit. So if you don't think that you shouldn't have power, checking, rigid, 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 oh, spongy, push it back, sets it, push it forward, locks it, and re-energizes everything. So these are all identified by what's here on the thing. This switch here controls that electrical outlet on the wall that is upside down. You have one in your den, in the living room, and all bedrooms. The one that's always located next to the telephone outlet is for your lamp, the top part. The bottom part is always hot, so the top part only works off the switch. Okay? Right above you here, this is a smoke detector, which is also a carbon monoxide and smoke detector. There's a lady's voice that comes on when this is activated. You'll hear a series of beeps, then she'll say fire, and you hear it go off on every level. Then it'll go beep beep again, and then she'll say carbon monoxide warning to warn you. These are hard wires, so if one goes off, they will all go off. Also too, there's batteries in them that need to be replaced at least once a year. These lights here in the hallway are what they call a 3-way switch. So when you turn this on, it works off the center switch here. So as you come up and down the stairs, you can turn on and off the lights so you have illumination as you travel. This switch here is for the stair lights. So as you go up the stairs, this will come on, you get to the top of the stairs, it shuts off. Okay. These are your chimes for your doorbell. This is your thermostat that controls just this level of your floor. Okay? It also sends air down into the den. Okay, so you have 3 functions here. Okay, obviously you have off, heat, and cool. Okay, so if you want, obviously as we're getting closer to summertime, you want to cool this down. Basically it says cool. This is the inside temperature of your home right now. So if you want to cool it, bring the temperature down, just push the arrow down, and then it'll say set temp. It'll blink like that for a few times, and then it'll shut off. That is what the thermostat will remember, the last temperature you put down. There's also what we call a fresh air fan. There's a pipe that extends through the roof. So when you turn this on, it sucks air from the roof into your home. Okay, so then it circulates it through all 3 levels. There's no control over the temperature of the air or duration of time that this stays on. So you have to turn this on and off manually. Then you can program this for all 7 days of the week if you want to program it. This here is sirens for fire protection. So if this goes off, please evacuate your home. It's different than your smoke detectors, which is right above me. This is the carbon monoxide and smoke detector there. You have one at every level. You hear a lady's voice go off with these. It'll go beep beep, then she hear her say you're going fire, and then it'll go beep beep, carbon monoxide warning. So, but within a year, these should be changed out. This is your TV niche here. You have set up for a flat screen. So plug here, this is an HDMI cable plug in, so it comes down to here to there. And then you have your receiver box plug in, then down here you have your 4 ports for basically your receiver box, television, stereo, whatever you want to put in. The white little caps that you see in the ceiling there, those are fire sprinklers. In the garage they're exposed, in the laundry room they're exposed. Inside the living area they're covered up, obviously for aesthetics. That switch over there that is upside down in the corner, that works off of the second switch there. Okay, that is for a lamp. So if you plug a lamp in there and you hit that second switch, that'll turn the lamp on. The top outlet, the bottom outlet is always on, so that way you have power there directly. Same with the rest of the outlets in here. Now the trickiest part about the whole house is this door here, okay? This is a glass door, okay, obviously that goes out to your balcony, but because it's a glass door, they've added extra security with it. So if you look at the bottom at the top, you've got a latch that comes out, okay? So when you go to close this door, the deadbolt doesn't work. You have to do is pull up the latch here, you hear clicks, and then turn it. that locks the door. What it does, it sucks it up against the frame, makes it more rigid, plus it seals it so air doesn't pass through it. Inside this cabinet is the gas shutoff for the cooktop. Okay, there's a yellow line there that has a valve on it. When the valve is in line with the pipe it's on, turn it 90 degrees, shuts it off. Microwave goes out, you have light, fan. Underneath here, you also have a filter, so it depends on how much you're cooking. This filter basically is dishwasher proof, or you can throw it in your sink, hot soapy water, and clean it. Now, most important thing is your dishwasher. Please do not put dish soap into your dishwasher. Dish soap makes sense. If you put it in there, you have a bubble bath out here. Also, do not pour oil or grease down the sink. Granite in here, my other suggestion is depends on how much you're cooking. Basically, this needs to be sealed at least once a year. Okay, you could put a granite cleaner polisher on, make it look nice and shiny. Do not cut directly on the granite. Always put a cutting board down. You have a high arc faucet here, and then in the back here, you've got two buttons, one for stream and one for spray. GFI outlet here that controls the island, and you have a GFI outlet on that wall there too. So if you notice, you've got little green lights at the very corner of each of these two outlets. If those outlets go dark, just push the top button back in. You have electric dryer, you have an exhaust fan inside here, and these are the hose connections and the water supply for your washing machine, okay? And there's a pan here, so if it ever overflows or leaks, all this water will drip to the outside. All of our homes are supplied, we supply a jam wrench for the garbage disposal. This is used if something hard falls inside the garbage disposal and it shuts it off. So you have two sounds, natural sound like that, which is running fine. If it gets jammed, it'll start to scream and go, You need a jam wrench. Once that happens, make sure you shut the power off to it. Underneath the sink here is your garbage disposal. In the center of the garbage disposal, there is a socket that this fits up inside. And you can turn it to your left or to your right. You're not unloosing anything. All you're doing is moving that plate away from the obstructed area. You have electrical outlet underneath here that it's identified. DW for dishwasher, and then either garbage disposal for the garbage disposal. Also too, if your garbage disposal gets hot, right here in the set on the bottom underneath is a reset button that will drop straight down. That'll shut the power off to this so it doesn't burn up. Just feel underneath there, push that back up. It should lock it back into place. Basically, you have overhead CFL energy efficient bulbs in your kitchen and bathrooms. These do not twist in. Basically, you need to pull these straight down. This center switch here is for the vanity lights above the sink. This is an occupancy sensor. So as long as somebody occupies the room or there's movement in the room, the lights will stay on. And then you have your exhaust fan here, obviously for in here for fumes, in the bathroom for fumes and for moisture, okay? You've got the power flush toilet, so you're good to go as far as conserving water. Obviously the small button is for number one when you urinate, the bigger button is for number two when you defecate. Here, now there's no barbecuing on the balcony. The only place that you could barbecue would be, oh, you got a bare rug, outside by the entry door or in the garage, behind the garage on the up there in the driveway.
Is that because of local fire code?
Well, basically you got fire sprinklers here. Okay, furnace filter here. This should be replaced at least once a year.
Okay.
Okay. This is your attic access up here. This is where the furnace sits. There's a platform that the furnace sits on. There's a kill switch, a light for illumination, electrical outlet for power, and a gas shutoff. So if anything ever goes wrong with the furnace or the air conditioner, my technicians will remove this door, go up inside there, turn the light on, do whatever work they need to do. We're a green builder, so we have low flow water restrictors in the shower heads. So if homeowners feel they're not getting enough water pressure, it's because of the low flow restrictor. Redwood City charges for water, it also charges for sewage, so you get double taxed, okay? As you notice down here by the tub, this section here is open. You have one here and then one behind me here. Those are weep holes, so if the shower spout, the valve, or the neck leaks, we want water to drip behind the tile, then wick out through this opening into the tub. Those are not made a mistake. Those are basically there for a purpose. Same thing in the master shower. All of our sinks have what they call a sink trap or P-trap. This black U-shaped pipe here, there's two fasteners. So if anything of value gets lost down the drain, contacts, earrings, rings, you should be able to retrieve it inside there, shut the water off, put a piece of towel underneath, drop the sink trap, and then pour out the contents into the tub, and then retrieve whatever went down the drain.
Thank you for watching our overview of the key systems of the home. We hope you enjoy your stay.